Oh, Dad just texted me. Thanks, Donnie. Yeah, it's Father's Day. Everyone out there with a father, and they're good and not bad. Hey, hell yeah. And if you got a bad father or no father at all, no, I'm just joking. That'd be mean. Sorry about that. Look, today we're going to be discussing your time and empathy. All right? Two big key topics right here, A little bit, they're both gay but also gay. And that's beautiful. So, I don't know, without further ado, I suppose that we'll get into it, I'm not sure. That's another thing, bro. I looked at my last video. Holy shit, dude. I am just a merchant. After we are utilizing that vocalized pause way too much. We're also using a lot of ums. I get that those are normal to utilize, but you see, little backstory. This right here, oh my god, this is the most fucking virgin tattoo that has ever existed. It is a miracle that my tip has ever been inside a woman. That I am no longer a virgin, and that I have had sex, period, at all. Despite, right there, we're cutting that shit out, all right? New Juneteenth, new me. And by the way, hold up a second. For all the people watching, I did miss Juneteenth. Well, I was there, but I didn't post. And I just want to say, hey, damn right I support it. So that was for my brothers and sisters out there. I love you, and keep doing your thing. And, oh, what the fuck? Ew. Just pulverized like a bug of some sort. A bug's life? More like a bug's death. Because I killed it. And it died. Empathy and time. I want to be really conscious about my nose. And oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, so this tattoo, holy shit, it's, I did speech and debate when I was in high school because I'm a fucking Chad. And then like a real Chad. This is the speech and debate logo on my 18th birthday. I got that shit fucking tattooed. And I went into debate rounds, instilling fear into my opponents. Because, like, man, if this guy's a big enough fucking dweeb to get that shit tattooed, he must be able to speech and debate. I'm not sure if my neighbors are. I had to move location. It's sunny where it's later in the day. And this place had shade. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know I may come across as impenetrable. The toughest man alive, even. Is how some have described me. No fear, no nothing. But the truth is, I'm a little self-conscious. Doing these videos in front of people, if there are. But you know what? And that was a valid form of I don't think I just utilized that as a pause. Hey, if I have any other of those, hey, leave that shit in the comments. I'm trying to clean that speech up. We are on our delivery, inflection, diction, vocabulary, lexicon grind. But be nice to me, or I will pulverize you. I digress. Let me know. So, the story for today, we're 5 minutes in, or the lesson, right? Life's all about lessons. I know everything about life. Let me teach you a lesson. So, yeah, I had a little instance this week. So I got mono and shit for a second time, fucking made a video about it or whatever, and that shit made me reflect upon my life. And basically, yeah, I deleted the dating apps and shit, and for a month and a half, celibate. Still really not much of a huge desire for sex. My sex drive has definitely increased. I had sex this week, and I did cry again, but again, they said it was endearing that I apologized and wept before, during, and after. So, a little tip and trick for you fellas, girls, it's, they, thems, thesers. And look, yeah, they were a coworker. Not by the time we hooked up, they had just left that job or whatever. And they've been flirting back and forth, right? For a while. She happened to be my first like dating app match ever, which is kind of funny. Nothing ever came of it, but just a little coinkydink, right? And anyway, I mean, I had been to her place a few times, but never did anything. I wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really feeling it, which for a dog like me, I mean, when I talk, I mean, that mono changed me, dude, because that is unheard of. But get to her place, and I mean, definitely more flirting and shit going on. Um, and I don't know. At one point, like I keep a journal and shit. I won't get too much into it. Well, I'll get into it. Fuck it. We're here. So the day she got fired, I was at my other job. I do videography and video editing work, and I got locked the fuck in for that, right? It's creative work. I look at my phone. She had gotten fired. That shit was on my mind. I fucking was writing about it. I texted her. I was like, hey, if you need, what the fuck, right? Here for you, blah, blah, blah. If you need someone to mess or like to talk to or whatever, let me know. I can call, I can come over after work, right? And she was like, oh yeah, you can come over. She wanted me to come over. And that distracted me even more. I hadn't had sex in a while at this point, and I knew that she was into me. I was like, well, that might end up happening. I wrote about that in the journal. I forgot, right? We're over there chit-chatting, and she's like, hey, oh, you wrote about me in your journal. I remember you saying that, blah, blah, blah. Gotta see this journal. And I had it on me. So I opened the journal up, and I looked over the message, and I was like, oh, I forgot I wrote about that whole sex thing. Fuck. But at that point, it was too late. And she pressed. I was like, I can't read it. She pressed. Eventually, I read it. And at that point, man, I don't know. I was just like, I knew that that, she's a very nice gal. I want to make that very clear. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't think this is ever going to be, I don't know, anything more than that. I don't know. I was in the situation, and I, so we went for it. We had the sex, right? And it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. She did a great job. Hey, good on her. But yeah, I left that just feeling like, okay. It was just more reinforcement that, I guess, hooking up. That I had moved on past that phase, I guess. And I felt a bit bad. I felt stressed because, again, incredibly nice gal. Like, she's super sick. I do not mean to like, this is no reflection of her at all. This is a completely internal thing. But I knew that I didn't desire more with her, smoking the cigarette. And prior to this happening, she had asked if I wanted to hang out on Thursday. Oh my god, that fucking sucked. Ugh. Right on the belly button piercing. That burned. Whatever. Oh, it's gonna feel something every now and again. You wanna know how I got these scars? Sorry. Don't do cigarettes, kids. They'll burn your belly button piercing. They'll go ballistic. But yeah, just left that feeling a bit stressed because I was like, I know this ain't gonna turn into nothing more, and I wasn't interested in just having sex for the sake of it, right? Which again is crazy. God, a month and a half ago, that idea of that would have blown my mind. Attractive woman, can I have intercourse? Hell yeah, brother. But I don't know. I yearn for a deeper connection than that. I'm not saying I'm ready for a relationship. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. But sex for the sake of sex is no longer really appealing to me. I want something more to be there. And yeah, it's stressing me out. I was like, I'm gonna have to tell this person at some point that I don't really, I'm not interested in that anymore. And we hang out on Thursday. I talked to my mom a little bit the day before that. I was telling her how I feel, and I already know that like we're all on our own journeys, our own paths, right? And God, especially like there's one thing online dating has taught me is I believe firmly in you can be casual and still respectful. You can have hookups and still be respectful even if you're not feeling them afterwards, right? It's all about communication. And yet I'd keep running into these situations where I knew I had to just either send a fucking message or tell them, and I'd avoid it, right? And here's where I'm gonna get into the empathy part, right? Empathy is it's gay, first and foremost. It's very gay. Oh, I'm putting myself in your shoes. Oh, I'm feeling deeply gay. But incredible. Not gay in a bad way. Come on now. We're progressive over here. Beautiful, 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 by the way. God, I am blessed to be able to sit out here, smoke some cigarettes, stretch. Holy cow. But empathy, incredible trait. Don't let anybody tell you that empathy is a bad trait. But the thing with empathy is that I think we trick ourselves with it a lot of the time. So with the online dating and stuff, right? Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. Even though you know this is not, right, the correct thing for you to do or whatever, I would push off sending these messages or having that conversation because I felt, well, told myself, I feel bad. I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. That sucks. And that is true, right? There was a level of guilt associated with not giving this person my time anymore and communicating that to them. But here's the thing. This empathy, this guilt, it's not this selfless thing. It's empathy disguised as just selfishness. That's what it is. Look, if you're keeping it a stack with yourself, right? You can tell yourself, oh, I, you know, I don't want to hurt, I don't want to have this conversation or whatever because I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Not true. Not true. You don't want to have that conversation because it's uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable for you to send that message, for you to talk to them face to face and tell them how you actually feel, right? And sure, you might feel bad, you might be concerned about their emotions, but that's not the reason that you're not that you're choosing to either not have that conversation or push it off. And that's the biggest trap. In order for you to truly have empathy, in my opinion, in order for you to be a true empath, you must detach the guilt that you may sometimes feel, right? Because this guilt is what or feeling bad or whatever, that is what causes the discomfort, and that is what causes you to push these conversations aside. And this goes for more than just like online dating or whatever, obviously friendship, whatever situation, right? It's all just selfishness. You don't want to have that conversation, and you're not bad for that. You're not a bad human, right? Look, I don't think I'm a bad person. But when you think about, oh, what's it mean to, like, oh, I'm an empath, right? Oh, you feel other people's emotions or whatever, and you probably want to do the right thing if that's how you identify, right? You want to do the best thing for other people. The best thing you can do is keep it a fucking stack, right? Look, I don't know about you guys. I mean, we're obviously all on our own journeys. I keep my circle super small. And I hope this doesn't come off as arrogant, I think I'm a cool ass guy, and I know that it is just a matter of time, whether it's with friends, a relationship, people I'm interested, I will find 10 out of 10 humans who connect with me, who I connect with, and I will not settle at all. I refuse to settle. You should refuse to settle, dude. There are so many people out there. Be fucking patient, right? Don't just let people into, even if they're super fucking nice, don't let them at least be like a super big part of your life more than what you want because you feel like you owe them that. You do not. And again, that's not to say be mean. Don't be mean. Just be honest with yourself and then be honest with them. So, this lady who I with, and it was so good, and I was so good at it. Go on that hangout, pseudo, whatever you want to fucking call it, and she picked me up because we're breaking the fucking glass ceiling and shit like that. Know your girth, kings. And if you're a king without a penis, know your hypothetical girth. And get to my place, about to leave my fucking her vehicle, and she goes for the fucking dap up, right? And I'm like, hell yeah, we're dapping each other up. And she hits me with the, well, I just figured we were keeping it casual, like weren't gonna go for the kiss. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. It made me feel a little bit awkward, I ain't gonna lie. I tried to come up with something funny, say I didn't. I did not. I'm sorry, I wasn't just romantically not interested. So I left the car. I was like, fuck. Went behind, my place, took a piss in some bushes, and I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna have to send like a message, blah, blah, blah. And then it came to me. It's like, brother, stop being a fucking pussy, right? You're just gonna stress yourself out even more. And you're doing a disservice to yourself and this other person by not just having some fucking balls and telling them how you feel. So I went back. They hadn't left yet. Go into their car. I'm not gonna say I did a great job explaining my emotions. I was like, I don't fucking know what I'm fucking doing or whatever. They took it very well. Again, super smart and kind gal. Yeah, it was awkward, but holy shit, did I feel so much better. Because one, I had the fucking balls to not just pussy out and send a message. I got it done right then and there. And I was like, hell yeah, I did the right thing for myself and for that other person. Because again, and I'm not, when I say these hoes, don't take it, these hoes ain't entitled to your time. Value your time. Value who you spend your moments with. Even if that means in the moment spending it with yourself. Don't rush into shit. Seek human connection. Don't expect a fucking outcome. Just take it for what it is. If you feel, and again, romantic or not, if you feel that friendship spark, if you feel that romantic spark, then fucking pursue it. Now, I'm gonna tell you, because this goes both ways. This goes both ways. As swag as I may be, as crazy as someone would have to be to not want this magnificent creature in their life, every now and again, people do make that mistake. They lose the opportunity to just have their life completely changed for, the objective greater good for having this man in their life. But I'm gonna tell you a little story. I think it's important. It's not just about me. You gotta respect this with other individuals. So I'll set the scene, because I've only, whatever. A month after my breakup, right? Ho fucking phase, dude. Holy shit, dude. We were, man, we were taking down women like a pit bull takes down children, right? Just biting them at the ankles, and I'm an ankle biter. Whatever. Going to town. And I was on dating app, see a gal, and what's funny is she didn't actually catch my eye. Her friend did. Her friend in one of these photos. Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like the kind of beautiful where you just go, wow. Not hot, although she is, but just gorgeous. And this gal, she had her Instagram handle, I believe, in her Hinge. Red flag. Nah, I don't know, maybe. I go to that. I end up finding the friend. I follow her on Instagram. I send a message. Slide into that hoe. And I don't know. I said something with incredible riz or whatever, obviously. And she was like, hey, love the approach. Not looking for something right now, but hey, she was super fucking sweet. I was like, no worries at all. A few months pass. I see her on this dating app, right? Hinge. I shoot my fucking shot. Little bit of time goes by. I got a message on Instagram. She's like, hey, Hinge wasn't working for me or whatever, but saw your message. I had to message you on here. I was like, fuck yes. We talked for a little bit. Your boy fumbles. Because again, I was a dog. I went on another date. Come on. You go on a date, delete the apps, put your fucking Instagram, Snapchat messages, you take those notifications off. You are not, that's pro tip. Do not want to pull, you want to pull out your phone with confidence. Because I'll go on drives, let them pick a song or whatever. Hey, here's my phone. Pick a song, right? Power move. You don't have to stress out about, ooh, are they going to say something? So I forget I put my Instagram notifications on silent. A week passes. I figured, look, I got, get ghosted. It happens. Dude, no, she had responded to me. I was like, ugh. So I sent a message. I'm like, I can't believe I sold again. She doesn't respond. Huh. A little bit of time passes. At this point, oh my God, my Hinge was dry as fuck. Because I had gone through every profile I was an addict, dude. That's the thing. These apps are so fucking addicting, especially for a man like me. And reset the profile. She comes up again. Reset the profile, so yeah. I'm like, oh my God. I send him out. I'm like, after fumbling for the second time, I became a monk, blah, 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 and my life mission was to rectify, some super rizzy ass shit. That's another thing. These dating profiles, bro, or dating apps, if you're gonna use them, dude, have some funny ass messages. God, I remember telling a girl, it's like, oh, she likes parks or whatever in her bio. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be going down to Ann Morrison, some park around this place. I'm gonna be taking fentanyl and throwing gravel at ducks. Want to join? She said yes. I did not respond to her. Again, it was whatever. I'm sure she's a great gal, Gotta cut that shit out. She responds, the gal that I was interested in, and we start yucking it up for a bit. She's feeling your boy, and through the messages, again, beautiful. You can tell she is a smart gal, emotionally mature too. As much as one can, like, you can pick certain things up over messages, obviously. That's one thing that I'm very confident with myself about is my vibometer. You do not have to talk to a person for fucking weeks or whatever to at least pick up on whether or not you might be interested in them, right? Don't fucking fall into that trap, dude. You got a good vibometer. You can tell when there's something there and when there isn't. She shares the interest, good conversation, mature, intelligent. I mean, that's a gal that's mature, both just mature and just intelligent. I mean, nothing more attractive than that. Except a nice pair of fucking boobs, am I right? I like boobs. I like ass too. But I also like personality. What can I say? Just a good guy like that. Start talking more. We planned a date out. The day of the date comes. I hadn't heard from her the day before that. I hadn't heard from her the day of. I'm like, dog, what are we doing? Right? So I send her a message. I'm like, hey, you're not interested in the date. No worries, but like, let me know, right? I made plans for this. I cleared out my day, like, out of respect. At least let me know. And I mean, she was super apologetic or whatever, very kind. She was like, hey, I mean, the Clapp family shit. Probably not true. I know I've used, oh my God. It's another thing with this whole have the conversation, especially with online dating, fucking just send the message. You can lie, dude. I mean, my aunt, she does have breast cancer right now. That is true. But man, I was telling these gals, oh, you got breast cancer. I'm just not in the mood for having sex. I was definitely still in the mood for having sex. I just didn't want to do it with them again. And again, that's not to say oh, just hit it and quit it. But hey, sometimes you have the date, you have sex, and you're like, I'm not really feeling more than that. If you didn't have a conversation before on what you're looking for, I mean, keep it honest if they ask, but they don't, right? You just fucking lie. Tell a bitch you're gay, you know? I'll have to do that at some, you know. I'll have to do that at some point. That's just kind of funny. No, I won't. I'm past that phase. But maybe you guys can try that one out. That's kind of or don't actually. I would not want to be the person where they're like, hey, I had sex with you, I figured out I'm gay. That would hurt the ego a little bit. But yeah, like, hey, genuinely was interested, blah blah blah, family shit. Usually I always go, yeah, just totally fine, blah blah blah. God, I don't know why. Like, I hadn't even met this girl for some, and I'm not like this, dude. I am never I don't have, like, I love being on my own. I'm a confident guy. I know I'm gonna find some cool ass people. Just a matter of good habits and patience. For some reason, though, I just rocked with this gal. And so I said, hey, totally fine. Usually I don't do this, but like, I will just ask maybe for you to reconsider, just because I can tell when there's chemistry and when there's not chemistry. And like, we've got good chemistry. She's like, hey, I agree with that. Blah, blah, blah. Look, no promises that this will turn into a date or anything like that, but willing to talk a bit more. Like, hey, cool, totally fine. And we talked a bit more. Eventually, I just get ghosted, right? It's fine. It happens. The conversation afterward was still fucking good, and she was still talking kind of about, like, this date or whatever after, or at least meeting up. And yeah, it was unfortunate, but a few days passed. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send one, because look, I'm willing to eat my pride a little bit in certain occasions, if it means, sometimes you gotta do that, right? It's your life, you gotta make shit happen. Don't take personally. And so I sent her a message. I was like, hey, sometimes in life one must gesture max. This is one of those occasions. If at any point you feel like things change, feel free to hit my line, basically, right? Leave it at that. Months pass or whatever. 2 months. I haven't heard anything, whatever. But I just, for some reason, this fucking stupid woman, she's not stupid, a stupid woman, I ain't even met her. Again, I'm not the kind, for some reason, still thinking about her. I mean, she had gone, I work at a club. She'd been there a few times since then. That probably didn't help. One time, she was just like at the bar I was at for a hot minute, right? I could tell they were glancing or whatever. This was post mono. Like, for a bit, I just did not feel like fucking talking to people, right? I just wasn't in the mood. And also, like, hey, you ghosted me, whatever, right? If you have something to say, I mean, you got my number. You're right there. You can talk to me, right? Didn't. But I just couldn't shake the stupid fucking feeling. Like, I know that if we were to talk in person, we would hit it off. I just know it. I know it. Got that feeling. Maybe it's a bit delusional. I don't care. I don't get this feeling, like, at all. And I trust myself. And I'm like, we gotta make shit happen. Well, at this point, so I knew the franchise that she worked for because she posted about it on her story. My friend, my BFF / roommate, he began working at the same franchise, different location. But, and look, I'm not gonna lie, slightly stalkerish here, but I promise, hopefully without too much creepiness. He's got the schedule for everyone that worked and figured out what day, like what time she was working on, like, a Friday or whatever. And I'm like, look, it's my life. Look, a life is a movie, and you're the lead character as well as the director. It's up to you to make shit happen. You gotta make shit happen. You gotta grab life by the balls or the vagina. Make it squirt. Gotta hydrate. Reminds me. And it's like, look, I just know if we were to talk in person or whatever, go great. Get in there. Get in the line. She comes to the window, right? First 10 seconds, we're acting like, oh, neither of us is, acting like, hey, where do we... Eventually, I'm like, hey, Reese, right? She's like, hey, I knew you from somewhere. Yeah, come on. We can play this game. We both know exactly where we know each other from. It's like, hey, might be from, America's Top Model. Either that or OnlyFans, right? We start yucking it up. It's a great conversation. I mean, at some point, I ordered like a muffin thing. I'm not trying to spend too much. And once she hands it to me for free. We start yucking it up. At some point, it comes up like, socialization, blah, blah, blah. She's going to be leaving this franchise because she's been there for like 5 years, is what she said. And just time to find a different thing. Said that like it had gotten further and further away from the customers. And she mentioned like even this interaction that we're having right now, like I'll probably get talked to for it after. And after she said that, we talked for like another 2 or 3 fucking minutes. Mind you, the line is fucking like there are plenty of people. It was a drive-thru. I'm like, oh, I mean, clearly all right. Like she seems to be enjoying this conversation. If even after that we're still here yucking it up. And that Saturday at the club, I mentioned, oh, did I see you at the club? Yes, of course I did. Oh yeah, I was there. Friends going to Arizona or whatever. I was there for like an hour, but it's kind of miserable. I don't want to go out. Kind of past my club phase. Music to my ears. Although I work at a club, I am past that. I'm just not interested in the whole partying a shit ton thing, right? That more fulfilling things for me to do right now. I just feel like I'm in that phase where I'm maturing a bit. It's getting long, but whatever. We'll cut it off here shortly. And anyway, I was like, hey, we're doing this glow party bullshit this Saturday. If you feel like being miserable for another hour, come on by. She's like, all right, I'll think about it. I might see you. Leave. Follow her on Instagram. Again, after that, she unfollowed me initially, which I was like, oh, it's kind of sad. But I followed her back. I was like, hey, maybe we'll spin back. She didn't come to the club yesterday. And, a little bit of a bummer, but I was just proud of myself. I'm not going to be going to her place of work. Like, nothing. We're not actually on our super duper stalker shit, right? It was just, I had this super strong feeling. I was like, hey, I got to at least try. I just want to talk to this person in person once. I think it'd go well. And it did go well. But I'm not entitled to her time. I'm not entitled to be in her life. And that's completely fine, right? I'm just proud of myself. I made the effort. We tried to make some shit happen. And even though it's a bit of a bummer, it's like, okay, I can proudly move on, wave that white flag, go on to the next thing with my head held high, because I did my best to try and make some shit happen. So, yeah. Not entitled. Hey, life's their own journey. I hope that her journey goes great. But on to the next thing. And you should carry that same energy with yourself. Again, don't let anyone in your life, I guess, meaningfully, unless you really, really share a connection with them. And remove that guilt from empathy. Because you can only be a true empath, in my opinion, if you detach yourself from that guilt, because it allows you to do the right thing, even if it's a bit scary and uncomfortable. And most importantly, that's true empathy for yourself. You're not doing anything wrong by not having people in your life and just being honest and having that conversation with yourself. So dab on them. Have a blessed day. God, it's so beautiful. And keep it swaggy. Hopefully, when I look back at this, there was a lot less you knows and ums. Love ya. Mwah. Adios. Bye.